Hello, hello. Hello, everybody. We are an entire hour early today because, well, setup actually went well today. So I figured why wait another hour? They say we have more time to draw because it usually takes a while when I'm doing it live. But hello. I know I have my Sonic Sona in the thumbnail, but I wanted to pull out the 3D model today to match the new starting screen. Do you guys like it? I have finally updated the starting screen to make it at least a bit more interesting. I did like the art and the rigging once again in one day because my brain refuses to work in any other format. But tweening's been getting easier. It was fun. It was like actually fun. And I have my little hang on, where is it? It's right here. I remember that I still have like a little tablet thingy. No pen. But at least it looks a little better than just the model just kind of standing there. We are slowly figuring it out. Welcome, Splash Star. Welcome in. Welcome, Robert. Welcome, Yuki Peach. Welcome in. Thank you for stopping by. Hi, Nyx. The Chaos City Kitty is back. Hello, hello. On the fight train, I just want to say, hey, hello. Thank you for stopping by. I really hope the model isn't breaking too much. Because I have to have the face tracking on. But I wanted to try and bring out my V-Raid model since I haven't used it. I think since a couple streams after the debut one. Okay, have a safe flight, Nick. Thank you for stopping by. The VOD will be up as usual. Yes, you guys all behave. Just because our mods aren't here today doesn't mean you guys can't behave. Although I have a pretty demure chat, so that's good. You guys are cool. But we are going to be we're gonna be doing Sonamy today because I haven't done any Sonic art in a little while, I feel like. I've been on a bit of a Pokemon fix, and yeah, I wanted to do some Sonamy. That's really my entire explanation. And hopefully we do not have lag, because I would be very sad. Fire Alpaca likes to lag whenever I have other things running. And it gets like really bad. Ah! So I might actually have to switch to the B&D tuber if I like cannot draw. Hi Thunder, welcome in. Yes, it is time for another stream. Although I pulled out 3D model, but I might have to switch to my 2D one so that Fire Alpaca doesn't get mad at me. Because I can't. The brushage. It's not brushing. The lag. Oh. Oh, good gracious. We might. Okay. Alright, one sec, guys. We're gonna have to say goodbye to 3D Shy. We're gonna have to bring back the PNG tuber. So one moment. We tried. Okay, we're back. We'll have to bring floating chibi back. Sorry guys. I'll put it right down here. Okay. It's a good thing I had this as backup. Whee! Okay. We should be lag free now. It's a new 2D one? Yeah, I have both of them. I've just been using the Sonic Sono one. I don't think I've seen that one yet. It's been in older thumbnails. I just haven't used it as often on stream. But I have two. I have two of them. See, look, I guess since this is a Sonic stream, I should probably switch to the other one. Oopsie. So let me do that real quick. Yeah, I should probably make it the model stream appropriate. Hang on. I don't know why I thought I was trying to be different today. I don't know, I felt like being different. But here we go. Let's not get too fancy. There we go. We're not getting too fancy today, never mind. We ended up going back to basics. It's fine. Alright, file alpaca should be... Yep. Okay, we're good. We're good. We can finally start on the art. It's been 15 minutes. I have not drawn a thing. Okay. Let's lock in chat. Yay. Thank you, Far Alpaca. Okay, yeah. The 3D model cannot be brought out for the drawing streams, I guess, unfortunately. Because my drawing program doesn't like it. Kinda sad. But, oh well. Let's just get a thumbnail down, though. Not sure if we'll include the hammer this time, but I am liking this pose though. So I really want it to work. I don't know, okay. Let's try one where we like scrap the hammer. Maybe? I'm really trying to give it like Sonic Advance 2 vibes where they could team up in that game. Because I've been really enjoying it lately. And they have like a lovely couple pose in that game. It's super cute and I like it. So, I kind of want to give the same vibes to that. But if like this hand is over there. We're gonna give him some really far out poses, guys. Cause I feel like that'd be fun. Okay, I like Amy's. I think we'll keep that. I could probably fit the hammer. We have some nice shape language with her poofy skirt. I love when it makes like this full circle shape. It's just really, really fun. And then her chonky boots are always really fun. Amy's just really fun to draw, guys. I'm realizing like as I do like more pieces with her, she's like slowly becoming one of my favorites to draw. Her shapes are so fun, and so are her colors. I used to be like a bigger Blaze stan when I was younger because I was a huge fan of Sylvaise, but lately I've been really liking Amy and Cream as my main girlies. And I've already done a piece with Amy and her hammer, so I'm not sure. Maybe I could fit it still? I mean, she does have it in that game, so. And it is a very fun weapon to draw. I like making it really big and chunky. Just a big old thing. Looks almost like a toy. Okay, there we go. I wondered what was looking off. There we go. Okay, I think that's a bit better. So we have the girl. The girly pop. Didn't really think about where I was gonna fit Sonic in this equation. Composition is still an enigma to me, guys. The game you're thinking of where two characters can team up is Sonic Advance 3, not 2. Oh, okay. I was like, it was one of, okay, yeah, so 2 was when Cream was introduced, right? There was Sonic Advance 1, Advance 2 with Cream and Vanilla, and then Advance 3. Yeah, okay, yeah. I was remembering wrong. Hello, Funtown, welcome in. Okay, seriously, guys, where am I gonna fit Sonic in here? I mean, the hammer can kind of take a back seat. Unless I move it the other way. Because I kind of wanted them facing front to back, but the hammer is kind of taking up that spot. So if we do it this way, though I made it kind of ginormous. Okay, how about this? We're gonna put the hammer aside for a second and try to actually fit Sonic in here. And then if we can manage to fit it back in, I'll maybe find a way. Oh man, okay, hands. Ack. Mm. Okay, I think I've decided this is going to be the back leg. I can already tell from this point on that these shoes are going to test my very patience until the end of this piece. I could already tell there's always that one troublemaking part of an art piece, and it's going to be these shoes. I know it, I feel it. I can sense it immediately. Oh boy. Okay, we're just gonna change it to a side profile because I refuse to struggle with this back view. I didn't come here for that today. I just want to draw my cute hedgies. So, yeah, we're caping out today, guys. We're, is that even how you use that word? I don't think it is. We're going with the hot dog shoes. Because I refuse to let perspective, ruin my ship art today. It's not happening. I won't let it. Perspective shall not win. And now I just gotta remember which side is the outside of this shoe. We'll mess around and make it look actually neat later. Let's see, that's the outside of the shoe, so we got the ring on that side, and on this one, yeah, it would be showing right here. There we go. It looks like he's posing for the cover of some boy band magazine. Now I just need this pose to line up. Oh boy, here it comes. The spikes. The perspective. I guess I could just like do the classic 3 spikes. Then just the ones in the back. Because they're not the star today. Sorry. There we go. Yeah, I think this is good enough for a rough, at least. I'm just gonna fill in with a quick color though, so I can see where I'm putting everything. Oh, and I said I would try and figure out if I'm keeping the hammer, but I will think I think I'll draw these both as their own pieces because they kind of work like standing alone. So if I do end up making like a print of this or something, maybe. I'm not sure if Redbubble will let me upload it, but I could try since I have other fan stickers up there. But I might do these all as separate stickers because they do look pretty cute on their own. So we'll see. But for right now, this is what actually trying to be a content creator has done to me, guys. I have to think of like, well, I don't have to, but it's becoming a habit to like think of every potential art piece of like as like merch, so I can reuse it instead of having to draw something completely different. So I'm thinking I could probably just turn these into a matching set of stickers. Because that could probably work. Because they look pretty cool on their own. They're both slaying. Let's go. They're looking cute. There we go, and the hammer can just be an add-on. Here we go. So now I just gotta move these around. You could have Sonic overlap in front of the hammer and have it fade to the background to give the piece some closer perspective. That is a really good idea. That is a good idea, Yuki. Thank you so much. I think I will actually give that a go because I think just because proportionally I made the hammer a bit too big, so it looks a bit odd when I put them all together. Other than like, you know, just making Sonic super tiny in comparison. But yeah, since I'm gonna have these separated, I could find a way to fit him in post-processing once they're both done, maybe. I'll see. I still do want to include the hammer though. So I kept it. Hi Stella Wasp, welcome in. Hello Chanimates, welcome in. Would you be open to any collabs with other Sonic creators? I would. I've been contemplating it, but I don't have any collab ideas at the moment. And I also, ironically, I am actually incredibly shy online. Not so much in real life, but online I just I find it difficult to like figure out which like who I should try and approach. I know like people also have their own busy schedules and stuff. And I like have this weird fear of just being annoying if I try and just like go to people's channels and ask, hey, you want to do a video together? I know you probably have your own stuff going on and stuff and things, but I just think it would be neat. But yeah, there are a few Sonic creators that I won't mind doing collab with, art or otherwise. Like they don't even have to be art related. But yeah, I never actually end up doing it myself because I have social anxiety online. So yeah. Yeah, but they don't even have to necessarily be art related though. They could be like tier list stuff, um, topic discussions. If anyone would want to have me as like a guest on something, that would be cool. I wouldn't mind that. But again, there are a lot of cool content creators to collab with, and I A, can't choose, and B, don't have the confidence to. So, it is a weird predicament. But I do have a few close art mutuals that I've been talking about doing a collab with. So, I don't know, maybe later in the year. Maybe later in the year. Because there are a lot of cool Sonic VTubers. Okay, there we go. I think I found a composition that I like. Back to this hammer again. Yeah, I think granted, if I were to try to fit it in, it would have to go this way maybe, but then that adds like a weird third area. And also Amy's hand is right here, so yeah, the hammer would like cover most of Sonic's face. And it wouldn't look like Amy's holding it because her hand is like right there. So yeah, with the two of them together, the hammer's gonna have to sit this one out. So whoopsie. Now for background. What do I want to do for background? Because I kind of want to establish that first. I could have text. Like cool bubble text. I've been looking on Pinterest for like cool composition ideas and things I could use to fill up the background of most of my pieces, and they've been kind of helpful, but I'm still usually at a loss when it comes to this. But then like what would I put on Sonic's like rings and stuff? I could keep it minimalistic instead, or I could do my new favorite thing and just do the inverted box thing that I've been doing a heck of a lot lately. I think I did it for my Miraculous Ladybug piece too. Like inverted squares for each character, or at least putting like both of their colors on screen. Yeah, truth be told, I don't feel like thinking too much on the background today. Okay, yeah, I think this is cool. I'll figure it out later. Maybe. Might also, could do a gradient. Maybe. But I think that feels a bit more cheap. Yeah, I think this will work. And that way I don't have to shrink the canvas so much. And I could add like text here and here. So I think we'll go with that. But onto the onto the actual art. Okay, I make a whole new folder. I think we can stick this all in one. Okay, let's start with Amy and then work the way back. I don't think I can work from this little bit sketch, so let me try and like fill it out at least a little bit. Because I do have a fair bit of muscle memory, but not that much. But I also don't feel like doing a second sketch. Ah. Okay, this might end up being a two-parter chat, so let's do a cleanup sketch because I do actually want this piece to turn out okay. And if I try to be lazy and skip to the line art first, it might not turn out as well. So we're gonna actually clean stuff up here. Also, that means we might have a stream for later in the week. Because we have a Kirby stream tomorrow, and I don't really have any ideas past that, so we could maybe finish this print this week, so that by the end I can have them up in my shop, which should be pretty cool. I think I'm gonna take off the gray actually. I know they say it's better for your eyes, but it kind of throws me off. I think the eyes are really, really big. Even by my standards, holy cow. we go. We were looking crazy before. Hey Macro, welcome into chat. Sonamy stream, yeah. We have the cotton candy goobers today. Hi Mikes, welcome into chat. Just came to say hi and enjoying the stream. Okay. Thank you so much for stopping by. It's gonna look great, trust. I will do my very best. I love these goobers a very normal amount. Even though I haven't really been like interacting with as much Sonamy content recently, they're always like on my fan art feed. So I always love to see that. I was just like, I think it was specifically yesterday. I was on Pinterest and just came across a lot of nostalgic DeviantArt pieces that somehow managed to circulate over there. And I was like, man, I kind of miss these guys. Because I used to be a hardcore Sonamy stan. Back when I first actually got into the Sonic fandom online. When I was like 14. Hardcore stan. And I haven't really been doing much stuff with them lately. So I'm like, we must remedy this. Also Sherry Doodles' channel is like one of the very first ones I found. There's one, I think I did feature her in one of my drawing Sonic Tubers video. She was like one of the first fan animatic channels that I found. So yeah. OG Queen of Sonamy. She also stopped by one of my streams once, a couple months ago. I'm not sure where the clip is. I think my bestie might be able to pull out the clip because she was there, but yeah, that was pretty cool. Since I am planning these to be like also mini stickers, I think I can do that thing I used to do in some of my older pieces where I just make the highlights like really fun shapes. But I'll figure that out later. I don't think we can fit our tail in here. They have such small little hedgehog tails. Welcome back in, Thunder. What did I miss? Not much. We're not doing as much chatting this stream. Also because quite literally as soon as I start drawing, my brain just kind of turns off. Although when we were doing the Pokemon Sun and Moon stream, I feel like I had a lot to yap about. Whereas here, it's just Sonamy on the brain. No thoughts. Just draw. Although I could talk about something completely unrelated, which would still be Sun and Moon because I'm still in the middle of binging it, and I got to the part where Rockruff evolved into Lycanroc, and that can I just say that entire 2-3 episode arc made me a bit sad. I'm not gonna spoil anything here, but if you know, you know. Their poor puppy dog. They put my poor little Rockruff through so much. He's just a little guy. He's just a little guy. They didn't have to do him like that. So the writers were just like, how can we make an arc about a literal puppy traumatic? And they did it. Somehow. They successfully managed to do it. But he is still my precious puppy dog. Even if he is a giant wolf now, he is still a little Rockruff inside, and I love him. If I were to have a rock type Pokemon on my team, it would probably be Rockruff, just because he's a literal puppy. He's just a little guy. But yeah, no, I have been actually, I have a Pokemon OC now, guys. I have not drawn any art of her as of yet, but she's in my sketchbook, and I do have some of her story figured out. So I'll probably make a video about it, and you guys are going to hear me yap about her very soon. But I am currently building her team, and she does have an Oricorio on her team. The little dancing birds, because they are the funniest things, and as a bird owner, I have grown to adore these little creatures, and they have like 4 different forms depending on the island they're from, which I think is so cool, and they're each a different type. So yeah, they're probably my favorite bird Pokemon in the Alola region as of right now. So yeah, she has to. I know for certain that she has an Oricorio as like the main one on her team because she's a dancer, so she has to have one. But yeah, her story came together pretty quickly. It's really simple in terms of Pokemon lore. I'm not giving her anything crazy. She is from Alola, and yes, she is Caribbean coded because I say so. But yeah. I haven't decided which island she's from yet. I don't know if I want her to be from Melee or one of the other ones. I'm kind of waiting until I finish this first set of the show to like flesh out the rest of her story, just so that I can like, you know, at least finish the show before I try to put an OC in it, in case there are any details that I miss by not waiting. But yeah, I will probably reveal her very soon. Oh wait, I should have done him on his own layer. Because I have to draw everything behind it. Okay, so let's go ahead and move that and also save. Always save your work, guys. I will forever say this rule. It is for me just as much as it is for all of you guys. That's the only way I've been able to avoid any digital art horror stories at this point. I just use my ultra secret weapon of Control S. Oop. And I proceed to continue drawing on the wrong layer. Unfortunately, I have not been able to avoid that. There are some digital art things you just have to accept. Fortunately, it has been years though since I've ever accidentally done line art on the same layer, just because I did that once when I was like really just starting out, and immediately learned very quickly the importance of doing your sketch layer in either A, a different color, or B, just blocking the whole thing like I do now, and lowering the opacity, so there is no doubt. Plus, I put it in a different folder. So ever since that time that I accidentally did my line art on my sketch layer, I've just used every known trick in the book to never have that happen again. So yeah, and it hasn't happened since. Cause see, now I have my sketch in a completely different folder, and I usually do 1 to 2 cleanups, and then I usually also do color blocking in the sketch phase, which also really helps. And then I lower it by like a heck ton of a lot to like 20% opacity, so there's no doubt what I'm drawing on. Because I start off my line art in black before I color it. So there is zero confusion there. And it has spared me a lot of pain ever since then. We've got a Pokemon OC now. Yep! Although she is right now still locked in the confines of the sketchbook realm, she has not yet come to the real world. I still have to finish conceptualizing her, but I have pretty much built out a third of her team. If I remember correctly, you can have like 6 Pokemon on your team at a time. Oh, okay, so here's a little yap segment about Sun and Moon. One thing that I have really liked about the series so far, and this isn't to take a jab at like the other Pokemon series, but for Alola specifically, I like how the focus is that A, Ash is not running from town to town, just to like, you know, win gym battles and stuff, which always had the pacing feel a bit rushed. And this is a point I made in my Pokemon video, but since that will never see the light of day, I'll just say them here. The reason why I love Sun and Moon so much is because instead of the usual formula of Ash, like, having to, catch Pokemon for the sake of building a stronger team and winning gym battles, which is totally fine. It's basically the entire concept of the games and the card game, I believe. I have no idea. I don't know how to play it. But for Alola, he goes there on vacation, but then just sort of stays so he could attend the school there. So already the premise is a lot like more chill and not so I don't want to say consumerist because I don't think that's the right word, but it's like less rushed. It doesn't feel like Ash is like quite literally playing into the system as much, Because the one thing that bothered me, even as a kid, about Pokemon is the idea of in order to catch one and build a team, you have to actively seek out wild Pokemon, and then you have to battle them with your starter to tire them out, and then throw a ball at them, and then essentially kind of force them to become your friend so that you can use them in gym battles and stuff. And I don't know, as a kid, I always felt kind of guilty when I saw wild Pokemon, and I would usually just kind of ignore them, but you know, that would be to my own detriment because then I would get to the gym battles and have only one, which would be my starter, because that's the only one I really felt connected to, was my starter Pokemon. I think the only one time I did it, I forget which one I was playing, but I caught a Shinx. That file has since been lost, unfortunately, so I can't show you guys, but I did have a Shinx, and I loved him dearly, and I forgot what his name was, but he was adorable. Yeah, but yeah, that's off topic. But yeah, for Alola, with all the Pokemon that Ash has caught so far, it's been like what I've been calling caught with consent. And let me explain. Like, I think the first Pokemon he catches, when he gets to Alola is Rowlet. And there's an entire episode dedicated to them finding Rowlet, who's like living with a bunch of like woodpecker Pokemon. I forgot their actual name. And a giant like toucan as kind of his mentor. Because spoiler alert, but Rowlet was kind of living with he was like an egg that kind of fell into the wrong nest, so that toucan and a bunch of again the woodpecker ones whose name I can't remember, pretty much adopted him, so he's like the only owl in the nest. But he has like a found family there, which is really cute. And then his whole episode is just kind of like him, you know, stealing food or like trying to earn his keep in the nest. And then, you know, they meet Ash, things ensue, they become friends and stuff. But at the end, Ash was ready to just like kind of leave Rowlet with his found family in the nest that he has. And he was ready to like go and like, you know, go about his business and just leave Rowlet to be the way he found him. Because he already had a family. But then after all their, you know, shenanigans that they get into, Rowlet actually, his like toucan dad was like, okay, there's a life out there for you to live now, and you found really great friends, and you can like find another place to belong. And he kind of gives Rowlet the go ahead, and then Rowlet actually makes the decision to let Ash like catch him and become part of the team, which is just, it's just really cute. And it happens the same thing with Litten. Litten's story was a whole other thing. I didn't think that the writers would do that, but they did. I'm still coping. But yeah, it's like the same thing. Like, instead of Ash like actively going out like, oh, I want to catch this Pokemon for my team so I can win this gym battle, and just kind of going about it and then making friends with them after the fact, all the Pokemon on his team in Alola were like not caught with that mindset, and they kind of like asked to be a part of the team, which is why I'm kind of just calling this season like the season of all the Pokemon being caught with consent. I don't know if that's like I don't know if that's a normal thing that people notice. It's just something that I kind of noticed. And I really like, because as a kid, I always felt guilty about trapping random wild Pokemon who were just minding their business in tiny little balls, and then carrying them around and kind of forcing them to be my tiny friends and like fight my battles for me. I don't know. That's just me. I'm probably thinking way too much into a game developed for probably like 10 to 12-year-olds, but hey, it's 2026 now, man. This is where entertainment is. And that's fine. This is the era of YouTube, just like 2-hour discussion video essays on niche topics. We get paid to overthink nowadays. But yeah, that's also why I've been really enjoying Alola. Like, even with all the side characters, like, they have an actual, like, familial bond with all of their Pokemon. Like, they've either had them for a long time, or they raised them since they were little, or they had them, one used to belong to a family member, and it's like, a family Pokemon that's like, you know, been around with the kids since their parents were trainers and now they're trainers and stuff. Like a lot of really wholesome things. I love how family oriented this season is. I guess that's the word I'm looking for. It's very family oriented. Um, and as someone who comes from that sort of family centered like island culture, I know even though the show is based off Hawaii, I do see a lot of parallels with the way um, people of my culture like operate. And I think that's a part of why I love it so much, because I'm like, yeah, this feels like if some of my home countries were turned into Pokemon regions, it would operate a lot like Alola. And also the representation in that show, like, because of it, has just been top tier. I adore it, and I wish I would have seen this when it aired back in 2015, because little me would have freaked out, alright? That would have been like the best thing. Like, some of the representation in this show is just top notch, and I love it. Game Freak actually cooked with this one. But yeah, I've officially chosen Alola as like, if I were a Pokemon trainer, I would be from Alola. It just feels the most familiar. Okay, this backhand is giving me trouble. We will come back to that. But yee, that is the, that is some of my Pokemon rant. I get why Sun and Moon got a bit of the hate that it did for like the art style shift, but honestly, it has made up for like so many, like any negative thing that I could find about it. I'm like, but it does so well in all these other areas. And plus, I don't really mind the art style shift, so it is just top tier peak for me, and I'm eating it up. So, yeah. It's cool. I like it. It has reawakened my Pokemon phase, which I never thought would happen, honestly. I have not been this into this deep in this franchise since I was like 12. Dare I say. And also we've gotten some pretty iconic Pikachu faces, which is always fun. I've heard, like, besides the one thing I've heard more besides the art style being different is that the animators were just having a lot of fun with the facial expressions in the show, and some people don't like it because they feel like it's too slapstick, but as someone, and this has been previously established, you can find it all over my webcomic, as someone who adores hilariously silly gag faces, I have also been eating that up. I love them. There's so many, like, memeable screenshot that you could just pull from any episode of the show. Literally pick one, and you're bound to find like a meme-worthy face in there somewhere. And from like all the characters. No one is left out of the memeability scale, and I love it. You get a funny face, and you get a funny face. We are really pulling into Sonic Adventure 1 here with these sausage shoes. But I'm feeling it. I know I said Sonic Advance, but we're getting Sonic Adventure 1 vibes. The hot dogs are hot dogging. We're looking very 2001 right now. Boop. Alright, we have them both. Look at them. Look at them, they're so cute. My scrunklies. Again with my weird little highlight placement, but I have no idea where to put them. If she has heart, he can have star. Except I gotta find somewhere else to put him on the quill, because that's not working. I actually have no idea what I'm gonna do for those Chinese. We'll figure it out later. There is no need to stress. Amidst a Pokemon rant. Don't worry. As always, this is why I leave the VODs up for everybody. Okay, what if I make it different color? It'll work for now. Okay. Multiply. Lock. And just color that all. Boop boop. Then merge that because I don't mind it being one thing. I think this is probably one of the cleanest cleanup sketches I've ever done. Like, specifically this area right here. This is probably one of the cleanest cleanup hands to date. Oh, wait, hold on. I always mess up whether this is in front of or behind another shoe. It's like, wait a second. This is supposed to be the outside, which is why this part's here. Which means this has to be in front of the other part. Eck. Didn't I tell you guys this perspective was gonna come back? I knew it. I called it. Okay, that makes a bit more sense now. Yeah, because that's the outside. Okay. We may proceed. Okay, now I'm sure if I want these pods here. To be honest, I'm thinking maybe a checkerboard pattern like this would be really cool for it. Like if I were to do that, I'll probably do that. But that would have to be for later. Right now, we'll just put some placeholders for when I'm ready to start shading, which will probably be the next art stream. So we'll just do the sketch for today and clean up and everything. Okay, there we go. I think, yeah, we've been going for for about an hour and 30 minutes. But yeah, I think we're gonna end stream here so we can pick back up later in the week. First gaming stream, with like the actual VTuber model will be tomorrow. Although I might do the PNG tuber one because I have to run an emulator for that. So yeah, Kirby stream is tomorrow. Yeah. My brain just kind of shut down for me. Like, wait a minute, what are we doing? Okay, no, but yeah. Yeah, we're gonna call it early for this stream. Well, early compared. I usually go for 2 hours, but if I start inking this, then we're going to be here for a very long time. So we will just have to wait on that one. Can't get over how cute you drew Amy here. Thank you so much. I am actually very happy with this Amy. I think her pose turned out really adorable. I love her, but yeah. Sonic turned out really cool too. I'm really excited to finish this piece. So yeah, we'll be back on maybe Tuesday, I believe, for the schedule. I had Monday marked for Kirby, and I think Wednesday and Thursday were fairly open. I'll have to go back and look. But yeah. We're gonna call it a stream for today, guys. Thank you so much for stopping by. And I hope you have a great rest of your Sunday. And I will see you tomorrow for some Puyo Puyo. Tomorrow will be the Kirby times. So yeah, I'll see you guys then. Bye bye.